Today I'm drawing a floating extraterrestrial city, and mostly abstract here. The right of the page has a lot of different globs and spheres, a lot of different gooey looking shapes and substances. And on the left side of the page, there's more structure and architecture going on. There's some doors, which could be portals or the trash chute that all of the garbage gets disposed out of. But I like the left side of the page the most. I tried really drawing some windows to begin with, and then it kind of transitioned into a portals. That's what we're going to call it here. The way that all of the windows have been attached together and are interlinked kind of makes me think that the aliens that go into these windows/portals can shrink down and then go into the middle of the square of the city, and they can go into the tunnel. These are shape-shifting aliens. They can grow large and very small. So this is a place where they can hide. It's a very secretive location. Now, to most humans, this floating city might seem a little chaotic and messy, but to the aliens, that's how they like it. They want to keep their traditional globs and growing spores that are attached to the top of the architecture and buildings. It looks pretty nice, and it feels more like home. Instead of just a basic structure, we add on the alien gooey substances, and some of them may give them energy or power, or it's just a good fragrance, I don't know. But I like the concept of aliens being able to shapeshift into very tall, 100-foot tall aliens, shrink down onto a microscopic level, and then enter into these little secret pathways and mazes inside of this city. It's a pretty nice sanctuary going on here. I like how it looks. And I was going to do more of this. I'm just going to call it a floating city. It was actually meant to be on the ground. I just didn't feel like drawing the rest of the page here because it takes a little bit too long. But yeah, that's all for today, really. We are also drawing some other things here. Maybe I'll post something else. So here's the plan. Of course, we cannot disclose all of this information. We will upload one abstract drawing every other day, and then in between those days, we will do 2 videos, most likely, or at least I'll try my best, just sketching and drawing new things that I have never drawn before. And so that's a fairly good way to switch it up, I think. Yeah, there you go. There's the floating city. There's no aliens that we've drawn here, but you can imagine that for yourself, or we could go back and draw aliens in this page. You know, I make a lot of drawings and I talk about the aliens, but sometimes I just don't draw them because I forget. Or I'm just making the story up as I go along, and then I think of more things that I could have put on the page. Yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.